Okay, there we go. So welcome to this author spotlight interview with Valentina White, who is one of my authors who has a brand new solo book out today called 18 Money Energy Laws. So before we get started, make sure you go and search for 18 Money Energy Laws on Amazon. I'll post the links as well, and check out the book because you can get it today for just 99 cents or 77 pence, which is an absolute bargain. So welcome, Valentina. Thank you for joining me today.
Hi, Dina. Pleasure to be here today.
So shall we start by, do you want to let people know a bit more about what you do? Because you have kind of different, a few different kind of business interests, don't you? So let's tell people more about what it is that you do.
I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm running my own finance company, accountancy company for 9 years now. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, I have, let's call it spiritual coaching business.
Yeah.
I never know how to wrap it up and how to actually name it. So I work privately with clients who want a complete transformation. For clients that come into me, they are the ones who are already tired of, picking up a little bit there, a little bit there, and still not getting those results that they really want, that they would last actually for a very long time. So that's what I do. I help them to go through transformation, whether it would be for women, whether it would be money energy transformation, because relationship with money for me is the base of what I do in both businesses and in my life as well. I'm fascinated with how the money works.
I love the fact that you have both those aspects, because you've got the kind of practical finance side of it and you've got the spiritual element. And I mean, and this is just, when we look at the book that you put together, it's really bringing those aspects together. So the book is called 18 Money Energy Laws. Can you give us a quick overview of what the book's about?
So the book is about how to basically where do we find the money? Because a lot of people think that we just need to go to work, get the money into the bank account, and that is it. Or to get the cash into their hands, and that's the money. But the money starts at the core, which is within our own energy field. And that's why I wrote the book, to let people know that, if we want to get anywhere and to get any kind of results in our life, any kind of money related results, we need to start from ourselves. Because a lot of people have a lot of blockages, infected minds and surrounding with negative beliefs and with emotions, not being able to control their emotional IQ. And having, for example, relationship with father gives us a very steady base for our journey through our finances, but a lot of people don't understand this, and I want to share it, because when I started questioning myself, like, it must be something more than just debts and I don't know, waking up, going to work, getting money, eating, sleeping. There must be something else. There must be why some people are, they are wealthy and they're happy, they're both, and they always have money. The money is always circulating in their life. So there must be something I don't know. So I started digging up. And one day I just realized I have 18 patterns that I can, I started to analyzing and putting together. And for me was that thing that really worked for me, myself, to fixing up my own life with 18 money energy laws. And then I started implementing that into my clients' life and starting noticing how it works and everything. I can give you an example. For example, when I was in India a few years ago, there was about 25 people in one group. And whenever we went out, the beggars would only go to those specific 3 people, always. Only for, they approaching only specific people. And on energy level, on that thin energy level that we don't notice what is happening, these people are being approached because these people who are not allowing themselves to spend money, to spend with pleasure, to do something nice for themselves. And because they're blocking out their money energy, the beggars are coming in like a sign for them. It's just, it's how it works. It is fascinating, and I see that every day on, and just many things that I noticed. That's why I wrote a book.
So like you said, a lot of it is kind of what you had discovered yourself. So how did you first start? Because you really got into kind of self-development, didn't you? And how did you first start learning about a lot of these things?
I think, if I remember correctly, that was the first money energy law I was developing through was the law of pleasure, which is allowing myself to spend money, and not only to spend it. It's not about stupid spending on Black Fridays and everything. It's about conscious spending and buying what I really like, and allowing myself to buy that specific thing no matter the cost. And for me, it was, I think I practiced this law about 18 months, because for me it was going from, I was afraid to go into branded stores and more expensive stores, because for me it was like, it's not even mine. Why would I even go there? I don't even understand. But when I started training to go there and to start feeling good at there, I understood that it's not about buying all the time that kind of stuff. It's about feeling good in whatever shop I am, feeling good at whatever restaurant I go, feeling good at any, I don't know, car shop, whether it's Porsche or Volkswagen, it doesn't matter. It's just being in that specific state where I don't feel any fear. Oh, I can't allow myself to buy it. It's about that. It's, I allow myself to come anything through me and at me and to me. And that was the thing when I realized that when I started allowing myself to buy certain things, that money that I spent would always come back. And when I actually noticed that, I was like, what is else there? What is else out there that I can actually grasp and test and practice and see how it works? So for me, it was like, the beginning was it there.
I love the fact that it is stuff that you've done yourself, and like you say, you've tested it and you've lived it, and then you've helped your clients to do it as well. So how important was it for you to bring in the kind of spiritual elements as well? Because like you say, you've got this background in the more, I guess, like practical kind of accounting and finance. So how important was it to have those kind of spiritual elements?
It is important because I think we cannot, say, oh, let's just ignore the energies. Because we are energies. Everything is the energy. Everything is vibration. The money is energy. Money is not only the number in a bank account. Money is coming through free services. If you notice, the wealthier the person is, the more he gets stuff for free. It's true. He gets services. He gets a lot more opportunities coming forward. It's getting discounts. It's getting those other things. Money energy is not just the money. And that's my message to people. It's not about it. Sometimes I don't even need to get more money, but I will get what I want through people bringing me, giving me opportunities, or bringing me, oh, let me give you a free massage. Sure, of course. I was thinking about it, for a while. I need one. So that's the money energy is related. It's not only about, working hard and getting nowhere. Oh, I think I'm gonna draw quickly. So for example, some people, they start at a certain point and they go to a certain destination. And some people, they would start at the same point and they will go nowhere. And they both working hard. And the difference between those two people, because the people who work hard, the first ones who get somewhere, they have this difference. They realize that they need to think positive. They need to fix relationship with parents. They need to allow themselves to spend and money to be in a circulation. They need to give donations and everything. They do have these realizations. They go through certain experiences and trainings to understand that. And that's why they get into certain goal within 2 years, while other people's will never go there or will go in 10 years. And that's the difference. One category of people who know how money energy law works, and others who think money is only hard work and that's it.
Yeah, that resonates so much because so many people, especially entrepreneurs, are trapped in the hard work idea, that mindset that you have to work hard. And like you say, it's like having that holistic approach and knowing that it's about the energy. It's not just like, if it was just hard work, you know, everyone would be millionaires.
Absolutely. Talking about entrepreneurs, I had so many already clients who are, you know, they're positive thinking and they have goals and they strive and they kind of doing well in their business, but they always having this, you know, the money is coming forward to at them, but it's never coming exactly as they wanted, or they coming less, or it's coming and then it's somewhere they lose that money. And sometimes it's all about the energy blocks. There's a specific spinning exercise that when people, you know, they can actually test what level they are capable to accept money on the energy level, because it's the same like our bodies needs a detox, our energy bodies, it does need detox as well. So if we did not do a detox and we don't know nothing about how to clear our energy field, we will always have this struggle. And sometimes a simple exercise for 21 days can actually resolve a lot of a cash flow.
Amazing. So, yeah, I love the fact that you've actually included in the book these kind of exercises and practical things that people can do. So I know, like in one of the chapters, it focuses on, you know, it's talking about your wallet and how like there's specific things that you can do to kind of attract more abundance to you. And I don't think I mentioned this to you, but my editor that was working on the book, she said to me that she read that chapter and she's gone out and like bought a new wallet based on what you said and is literally following it to a T, because it's just such great advice there. And there's actual stuff that we can do. It's not just about like reading it and taking in the knowledge, but actually, you know, you're sharing kind of things that we can do that are really going to make a difference, which is why everyone should buy the book. So can you tell me more about your own journey through self-development? What are some of the things that have had the biggest kind of impact on you?
I think the biggest impact was when I was in a lot of debt of thousands of 60,000, my personal credit cards and my company in debts as well. And I was like thinking like, but I do get a cash flow, but why do I still have no money? And why am I still in debt? It's like, you know, what is going on? And for me, it was like an eye opener that I don't understand something, you know, because I kind of, you know, like a lot of my clients now kind of get a cash flow, but I still have no money.
I think that so many people feel like that, whether they're like in employment and they're getting paid a certain amount, but there's no money left at the end of the month, or like I say, the entrepreneurs that are, they have money coming in, but there's expenses.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's what my recommendation is never to go either only money energy or either only financial education. They're both necessary. It is all coming together. So when I realize that I'm in debt and have no money, and I sit down and I talk to myself, started just converting that I actually do have money, instead of I was always repeating myself, have no money, you know, always complaining. And then it, you know, it kind of, no, but it's not really right. And I'm programming myself for something that I am actually not. And that was for me a start to actually changing consciously what I think and what I say, you know, what kind of words I release there, what kind of thoughts are coming to me. I was like constantly working with myself, like what I think, like I have no money. No, I have money. I have money. And until the point where I started feeling that I do have money. And then I sit down and do the numbers. I have money, how much money I receive, where I spend, how much I spend, and everything, you know, do the tables. And then basically working through every money energy law. You know, it's some of them, it depends on the person, what kind of blockages have, but some people work on one blockage is more, the other ones work on others, and some go through easier through a lot of them. But I think the biggest work is required on limiting beliefs, habits, and relationship with father, because relationship with father is very personal and very sensitive, and a lot of people have their own reproaches to dads, and that's usually requires a lot of attention. Because, you know, when I work with a client, that's why I work personally. I do not do yet online course, maybe in the future, but I prefer face-to-face, because I want every person to get a result.
Yeah.
I want them to have the result forever, not only for, you know, a day, a week, a month, usually what happens after certain course. And I work with a person personally, so I can be there and hold their hand and tell them why they feeling this, where it's coming from, and help them through that journey until they work through and they actually feel that relief. And then the results, they just come straight away. I have so many good feedback from people that I work with, like, oh my God, I just did a spinning exercise, starting getting tips in like double amounts. Like, it's like working, hey.
It's amazing. It's so powerful. And I think that people don't realize how much this inner work affects the sort of outer results. And like you say, thinking about things like, you know, your relationship with your father, your limiting beliefs, all of those kinds of things, people aren't always aware that that's even relating to their finances and their income. And so I think it's amazing that you offer that work. And like you say, you can go really deep with people and get into what's really going on in their subconscious and everything like that. Who would you say this book is best suited to? Who do you think would really get the most out of it?
I think I can't say everybody, because some people.
I mean, it is for everyone. I think, do you know what? Like
95% of people.
Yeah, no, it's true. They don't teach this stuff at school. It's like, there's so much we don't know about just money, finances, the link between, you know, your thoughts and your beliefs and your ability to create or hold on to wealth. I think it is a really important topic that everyone needs. I think, you know, there's something on the back of the book that says, you know, people who, there's a lot of kind of poverty mindset that people have, poverty consciousness, and people feeling like there's never enough money, that kind of thing. So I guess for people that have that I think the best suitable reader would be the one who really wants to always be in that, you know, just always have money. Yeah.
Meaning not only in bank account, but, you know, being in a state where I know I will always be, you know, abundant. Whatever is the situation, it doesn't matter what is going on in the world or your surrounding, you will always be taken care of, because you already, you know, worked through a lot of things. And there is no magic, absolutely no magic. It's just hard work with yourself. And then if you really, you know, implement all of the money energy laws, there is no way you ever gonna be broken or, you know, have no money. It's just beautiful journey. It takes a bit long time to go through all of the laws, but it's absolutely worth it for that result that will last for a lifetime.
Yes,
basically.
Yeah, 100%. So everyone can get hold of their copy today, 18 Money Energy Laws. I'll post the links, and you can get it in the next 24 hours for just 99 cents or 77 pence. And it's so worth it. And like Valentina said, she's literally sharing the 18 kind of steps that she took to create financial freedom that she's worked through with her clients. And it's a beautifully laid out book. Like, you've got gorgeous illustrations for each chapter. So yes, I highly recommend purchasing a copy of the book, and to let your friends know about it. Like, let everyone know about this book, because I think it is one of these topics where, until you know that your thoughts and your beliefs have this impact on your ability to create wealth or to have money, people, like you say, are just working hard and not seeing the results. I think so many people are stuck in that, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody has money. Absolutely everybody within themselves, but they just don't know. And they can discover, because receiving money as well, a person needs to be ready. He can say, live, for example, for, I don't know, earn 1,500 a month and want to be a millionaire, but he's definitely not ready to be a millionaire. He needs to go through a lot of steps and a lot of, stuff before on energy level will be ready to accept it. So it is very important, to know exactly what you want and then, reach out for that. And money energy laws can definitely help through any journey, through any, just succeeding in your own goals. Just help you with that.
Yeah. Beautiful. Amazing. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, I'm going to post the link so that everyone can get hold of their copies. Yeah, go and check it out. Highly, highly recommend it. Thank you so much, Valentina.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye now.
Bye.